Hello darlings, welcome back to my channel and thank you all for being here. In today's video, I'll be taking you through the process of cutting and sewing of this beautiful crisscross backless top you see on the screen. This is very easy to make. If you are watching my channel for the first time, you are highly welcome. Please consider subscribing and also turn on your bell notification to be notified whenever I upload a new tutorial. So as you can see on the table, and you see this draped fabric. So I will be going to my mannequin to show you how to measure to get this beautiful style. So this is my mannequin. The first thing to do is to measure from your shoulder to where you want your top to be. I got 24 inches for the length and it's going to be off shoulder top. So what I'm going to do is to minus 7 inches for the off shoulder from the 24 inches, and then the strap for the off shoulder I'm taking out 7 inches, and also you'll be measuring from the center of your bust to where you want the strap to start from. So in this case I'm measuring 5 inches, making 10 inches from the center to the left, 5 inches, and then from the center to the right, 5 inches. After measuring, you then take your tape again. You measure from the center of your bust to the back where you want your strap to start. I'm writing the measurement I got for this top. So the length of the top is 24 inches and I'm taking strap of 7 inches. Then you minus the 7 inches from the 24 inches and you are going to get 17 inches. 17 inches plus 1 inch for the hemming allowance. In all, 18 inches I'll cut for the top. I'm using 2 yards and I'm not going to finish all. This top you see on the screen is cut in bias. I'm going to fold it in a triangular form and I'm going to use the same fabric for the lining. You can see that the back, it has a tail. You can make it longer, you can make it shorter, depend on you. So after folding it in a triangular form like this, as you can see, I will illustrate it with a paper for you to understand it well. After folding it in the triangular form, you are going to fold it again into 2. So meaning you fold it into 4. Arrange it equally. You are going to have left for cut off. So guys, let me take a pattern paper to illustrate to you how I folded it. So this is our pattern paper. Guys, can you see? I folded it in a bias form like this. I'm going to cut the left over for you to understand what I'm arriving at. And then you fold it again. Hope you can see it. Then you fold it again. That is, you fold it into 4. Guys, you understand? You fold it in a bias form like this, and then you fold it again into 2 on the folded parts, making 4 pieces. This is the lengthwise. This is the length. So my length 24 inches for the top. I'm taking 7 inches for the off shoulder. So I'm minusing 7 inches. Then I mark 24 inches. You understand? And I add 1 inch for the sewing allowance, make it 25 inches. From the center, this is the center. So I mark 5 inches where the strap is going to start from the front to the back. So from this center again to the back where the strap will end is 17 inches. This is where the first strap will be on the 5 inches. When open is 10 inches. And then where the strap will end at the back. Let's say this is where the top ends, like this. Then you measure from the center of the bust to the side on your body, which my own is 12 inches. So I marked 12 inches here. So let's say this is the front bodies. Let's say this is the line. Then you mark it like this. Then you mark it all the way towards the end of the fold. This side is the side that will drape at the back. So let's see. So this is it. So I cut it now. It's double. It's important to slit the top open on the fold. Then you fix your strap here and one here. You can see there's loop at the back. You place your loop here and then another loop here that will take you to the back like this. So let me do it on the fabric. Then you see the back continue with the flare down. So guys, this is how it look after cutting it. From the center front, I mark 5 inches for the strap. This is where the strap is going to be in front. From the center of the front bodies towards the back, I will mark 17 inches. I've already explained that like this. So I make sure that I mark it down so that it will help me to know where to fix the loops. This is for the loops at the back where the strap from the front is going to pass through. So this is it. I'm going to divide it into two. So I'll start cutting it from here. So this is it. I'll notch the center front and I also notch the strap areas. So this is it. This is the center front, 5 inches to the left, 5 inches to the right, and I will notch it. Loops and the strap are going to be. And this is the other piece. Hope you understand. It's very easy to follow because I'm using one to line the other. If you don't have enough fabric, please, you can just cut it once without a line and then you just fold it and then attach your loops and then your strap. I cut the straps down. Then this is also for the loops. I need 2 loops. These are for the loops. I cut here 2 inches by 48. It depends on how long you want the strap to be at your back, so you can cut it to your own length. I'll take this to my machine, fold it like this, fold it again, and then sew it. I'll do it to the 2 pieces and I also do it to the loops. These are the 2 straps that I sew for this top. You can see. And then these are the 2 loops I'm going to fix at the back. So I will take the strap. I'll place one in the front side like this. See, this is the center front I notched. Then I'll take the other piece and then place it also on the 5 inches towards the right side. So the center is 10 inches. That's for the front. So I'll pin it down like this. These are the 2 loops. So I'm going to place one on this side like this, and I place the other one on this side. That's towards the back where the strap will pass through. So I place one strap here and the other one here. So the next thing to do is to bring these straps inside and then take the second piece to line it. So this is the center front I marked. I'm going to attach it to the other piece like this in the center. It's the right side facing right side. So I'm going to pin it all around like this. Then I'll be leaving 2 inches space. So if you've watched up to this time and find it interesting, please do well by hitting the subscribe button if you've not done so, and also turn on your bell notification to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you. So I'm taking it to my machine and stitch it all around and come back and show you the next thing to do. So I'll be notching all round, and after notching all round, I will turn it inside out where I left the opening. I'm done turning it inside out. This is how it looks. You see the front part is very beautiful. So next I will iron it neatly, and then this open part I will seal it with a hemming gun. This is my hemming gun. So I will seal this opening with a hemming gun. You can use needle and thread to hold it. You can also use your machine to stitch it, but I prefer sealing it with my hemming gun. So let me iron it, seal it, and come and show you. Guys, after ironing it, this is how it looks. This is the back. So to see the outcome of this top, I will take it on my mannequin to wear it so that you can see how beautiful this top look. And this is the look that I'll be passing this rope through. And if you want the tail longer than this, you can use maybe 2.5, because you are going to fold it on bias, and folding your fabric on bias is consume a lot of fabric. So this is it, and you can choose not to line it, you can leave it single. So I'll take it on my mannequin to show you the outcome. So guys, we have come to the end of today's video. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to leave comments, share my video. If you're not subscribed yet, do so by hitting on the subscribe button to support this channel. Thank you for watching, and don't miss out on my next video. Bye.